Yeah, I would like to take a minute to welcome each and every one of you. I welcome Tambanachan. I believe Tambanachan is with us. And I welcome Dr. Matthew Koshiachan. Achan is our previous director for the Divya Bodhanam. Achan did a lot. Achan and Manoj Matthew, they did a lot of works, and we are following them, and we can see many of their work still is going on. And also, welcome all the participants. I'm so excited that after we started, we already got like 150 registrants, so that we decided to separate it as English and Malayalam classes, so everyone can participate according to their wishes. And also, we tried to get our resources persons. We almost got like half of the resources persons, so we are good to go. And today we are planning to do as an inaugural and orientation section, class. Let me to welcome Father Dr. Matthew Koshiachan. Achan is the previous director. You know that Achan is previous director, and Achan is the vicar of St. Mary's Orthodox Church, Atlanta, and also Achan is a counselor. He got the doctorate in counseling degree. Achan, welcome for the inauguration.
Thank you, Acha. എല്ലാവരെയും കണ്ടതിൽ പ്രത്യേകമായിട്ടുള്ള സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട അച്ഛൻ ഓർപ്പിച്ചതുപോലെ ദിവ്യബോധനത്തിന്റെ നമ്മുടെ ഡയോസിസ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തതിനു ശേഷം ഇതിന്റെ ആദ്യത്തെ ഡയറക്ടർ ആയിരുന്നത് ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട നാൻ വി ജോർജ് അച്ഛനായിരുന്നു. അച്ഛൻ പോയതിനു ശേഷമാണ് എന്നെ ഈ ചുമതല ഏൽപ്പിച്ചത്. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ അതിന്റെ ഡയറക്ടറായിട്ടും, അതുപോലെ മനോജ് തോമസ് വാസ് സെക്രട്ടറി ഓഫ് ദ ഓർഗനൈസേഷൻ. അത് നമ്മൾ ആദ്യം കുറെ കാലം വളരെ ഭംഗിയായിട്ട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ നടന്നു. ഞാൻ ഒരു ഒഫീഷ്യൽ ഇനാഗുറേഷൻ, ഐ ഡോണ്ട് നോ we really need an inauguration, but since we are starting our program, it's better to say a few words. I don't want to take much time for that. ആദ്യം ഒരു എന്തൂസിയാസം എല്ലാവർക്കും ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. നമ്മളൊരു ടെലിഫോൺ ക്ലാസ് ആണ് ആദ്യം, ഒരു ടെലിഫോണിൽ കൂടെ ഉള്ള ഒരു ക്ലാസ് വെച്ച് തുടങ്ങി. ഓരോ പുസ്തകത്തിൻ്റെയും സമ്മറി നമ്മൾ പല അച്ഛന്മാർ മാറി മാറിയായിട്ട് അവർ എടുക്കുന്ന ഒരു രീതിയായിരുന്നു ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നത്. അതിൻ്റെ എല്ലാം റെക്കോർഡിങ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഭദ്രാസനത്തിൻ്റെ നമ്മുടെ ഡയോസിസിൻ്റെ വെബ്സൈറ്റിലുണ്ട്. ആദ്യത്തെ നമ്മുടെ POCയുടെ എല്ലാ ക്ലാസ്സുകളും അവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. അതുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സമയം കിട്ടുമ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്കത് കേൾക്കാം. നിങ്ങൾ യാത്ര ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ടെലിഫോണിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വെച്ചാൽ മതി. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അത് ഓഡിയോ റെക്കോർഡിംഗ് ആണ്, നിങ്ങൾക്കത് കേൾക്കാവുന്നതാണ്. വളരെ ഭംഗിയായിട്ട് അതെല്ലാം ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പം ഇപ്പോഴ് ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട അച്ഛന് ഇതിൻ്റെ ചാർജ് ഏറ്റു. അത് ഇത്രയും പേര് ഇതിനകത്ത് സംബന്ധിക്കുന്നു എന്ന് കാണുന്നതിൽ വളരെയധികം സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. എല്ലാവരെയും വളരെ ഹൃദ്യമായിട്ട് ഞാൻ സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുന്നു, ആശംസകൾ അറിയിക്കുന്നു. ഇത് ദിവ്യബോധനം എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിൻ്റെ ഒരു ബാക്ക്ഗ്രൗണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാമല്ലോ. കാരണം ഇത് നമ്മുടെ സഭയിൽ കുറേ കാലങ്ങൾക്ക് മുമ്പ്, എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ഞങ്ങളൊക്കെ സെമിനാരി പഠിക്കുന്ന കാലത്താണ് ഇതിൻ്റെ ഒരു ആരംഭം. നമ്മുടെ പൗലോസ് മാർ ഗ്രിഗോറിയോസ് തിരുമേനിയാണ് ഇതിനകത്ത് കൂടുതൽ ഇനിഷ്യേറ്റീവ് എടുത്ത് നമ്മുടെ സഭയിൽ അൽമായക്കാർക്ക് വേണ്ടി ഉള്ള ഒരു പാഠ്യ പദ്ധതി ഇത് ആരംഭിച്ചത് അങ്ങനെയാണ്. അതിൻ്റെ പ്രധാന കാരണം our laity needs to understand the significance of our faith and doctrines and everything. Unfortunately, when we talk to someone in our people level, in laity level, നമുക്ക് വളരെ സങ്കടം തോന്നുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. കാരണം നമ്മുടെ ഒരു ബേസിക് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ പോലും നമ്മുടെ ആളുകൾക്ക് അറിയാൻ പാടില്ല എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. ദാറ്റ്സ് എ പ്രോബ്ലം. നമ്മളെന്നാൽ മറ്റൊരു ഓറിയന്റൽ ചർച്ചസിന്റെ ഇഫ് യു ടോക്ക് ടു എ കോപ്റ്റിക് പേഴ്സൺ ഓർ എത്യോപ്യൻ പേഴ്സൺ, സോ ദേ നോ വാട്ട് ദേ ബിലീവ്. അവരുടെ ഒരു തിയോളജിക്കൽ ടെർമിനോളജി പോലും ദേ ക്യാൻ ഈസിലി അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ്. ദേ വിൽ ടോക്ക് ടു യു അബൌട്ട് ദാറ്റ്. പക്ഷെ നമ്മുടെ ആളുകൾക്ക് നമ്മളുടെ ലിറ്റർജി പോലും അതിന്റെ മീനിങ്ങുകൾ പോലും അറിയത്തില്ല. നമ്മൾ എന്താണ് പാടുന്നത്, എന്താണ് അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം, നമ്മുടെ വിശ്വാസം എന്താണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളെക്കുറിച്ച് നമ്മുടെ ആളുകൾ വളരെ അധികം നമുക്ക് അറിഞ്ഞുകൂടാ എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. സോ ഐ എം നോട്ട് ബ്ലെയിമിങ് എനിബഡി. സോ വി ഹാവ് ടു ബ്ലെയിം ourselves. We cannot blame leaders of the church, or we cannot blame anybody in the upper level or lower level. So unfortunately we didn't get enough chance to learn we didn't get enough opportunity to learn our theology, our doctrines and liturgy and everything. നമ്മളെ ഓർത്തഡോക്സ് ഫെയ്ത്തിനെ കുറിച്ച് വളരെ ആഴമായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ വളരെ അഭിമാനത്തോടെ നമ്മൾ പറയാറുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ ചോദിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് വേണേൽ പറയാം, ഇറ്റ്സ് എ നൈസിയൻ ക്രീഡ്, എവറിതിങ് ഈസ് ദെയർ, ദാറ്റ്സ് എ കണ്ടന്റ് ഓഫ് അവർ ഫെയ്ത്ത് എന്നൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് പറയായിരിക്കും, ദാറ്റ്സ് എ എസൻസ് ഓഫ് ഫെയ്ത്ത് എന്നൊക്കെ പറയാം. പക്ഷേ അത് മാത്രമല്ലല്ലോ നമ്മളുടെ. അതുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾ സത്യത്തിൽ നമ്മുടെ ആളുകൾ ദിവ്യബോധനത്തിന്റെ പുസ്തകങ്ങൾ വായിക്കുക. ഒരുപക്ഷെ ഒരു ഓർഗനൈസ്ഡ് സ്റ്റഡി ആയിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇത് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. സോ ഇറ്റ്സ് എ ബെറ്റർ ടു ഗോ ത്രൂ ദിസ് ടൈപ്പ് ഓഫ് അക്കാഡമിക് അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡിങ്, അക്കാഡമിക് ഓർഗനൈസ്ഡ് ഒരു അക്കാഡമിക് സെറ്റപ്പ് ആണിത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് അങ്ങനെ നിങ്ങൾ പഠിക്കുന്നത് നല്ലതായിരിക്കും. നമ്മളല്ലാതെ പഠിക്കണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് എവിടെ സമയം. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇവിടെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട അച്ഛന് വേണ്ട ഇൻസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തരും. അപ്പം ചിലപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ കഴിഞ്ഞ പ്രാവശ്യം ഞങ്ങൾ ഇരുന്നപ്പോൾ ചെയ്തത് ചില ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആൻസേഴ്സ് കൊടുത്തു. ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആൻസറിന്റെ മെത്തേഡായിരുന്നു. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ പിന്നെ അത് ഒരു എസ്സേ മോഡലാക്കി. അങ്ങനെ സോ വാട്ട് എവർ ഇറ്റ്സ് കൺവീനിയന്റ് ഫോർ യു ക്യാൻ ഡു ദാറ്റ്. സോ the main thing is our people need to understand our faith and doctrines. അതാണ് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനമായിട്ട് പറയാനുള്ളത്. ഞാനൊരു വലിയ പ്രസംഗം പറഞ്ഞ് നിങ്ങളുടെ സമയം കളയാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നില്ല. ഇത് നല്ലൊരു ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റിയാണ്. അപ്പം നാം പ്രധാനമായിട്ട് എന്തിനാണ് നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കുന്നത്? ഇല്ല, സത്യത്തിൽ നിങ്ങൾ നമ്മുടെ വെബ്സൈറ്റ് നോക്കിയാൽ കാണാം അതിൻ്റെ മെയിൻ ഒബ്ജക്റ്റീവ്സ് എന്താണെന്നുള്ളത്. എന്തിനാണ് നമ്മൾ ദിവ്യബോധനം പഠിക്കുന്നത്? അപ്പം അതിനകത്ത് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനമായിട്ട് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത് ടു ബിൽഡ് അപ്പ് അവർ വിഷൻ about the church and about ourselves. നമ്മളെക്കുറിച്ച് തന്നെ as an Orthodox Christian, how do you build up your vision towards yourself and the world around you? So you need to understand. അതാണ് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനം. How do you face your day-to-day challenges in the midst of the modern ideologies? So all these things are very relevant. നമ്മളൊരു നല്ല ക്രിസ്ത്യാനി ആകുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. നമ്മൾ ഓർത്തഡോക്സ് ക്രിസ്ത്യൻ എങ്ങനെയാണ് എൻ്റെ ഒരു ക്രിസ്തുവിനെ ഞാൻ ഫോളോ ചെയ്യുന്നെന്നുള്ളത്. അപ്പോൾ ഓർത്തഡോക്സ് തിയോളജി ഞാൻ പഠിച്ച് അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ഞാൻ വലിയ അഭിമാനിയാകുക എന്നുള്ളതൊക്കെ അതിൻ്റെയൊക്കെ സെക്കൻഡറി ആണ്. അതൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ ഒത്തിരി നമ്മുടെ വിശ്വാസത്തെക്കുറിച്ച് അഭിമാനികളാണ് നമ്മുടെ ആളുകളൊക്കെ തന്നെ. പക്ഷേ ഒരു ക്രിസ്തുവിൻ്റെ യഥാർത്ഥ ഫോളോവർ ആകാനായിട്ട് ഇത് നമ്മളെ എങ്ങനെയാണ് സഹായിക്കുന്നത് എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനം. സോ ഐ തിങ്ക് ഇറ്റ് വിൽ എനേബിൾ യു ടു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് the faith and doctrine of the church, and it will give you more enthusiasm and dedication to lead a genuine Christian life. അതാണ് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനം. അപ്പം അതുകൊണ്ട് അതിന് നിങ്ങളെല്ലാവരെയും ഇത് സഹായിക്കും എന്നാണ് എനിക്ക് പറയാനായിട്ടുള്ളത്. നമ്മൾ ഇതെല്ലാം പഠിച്ചു, നമ്മൾ മറ്റുള്ളവരെ പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ നമ്മൾ എക്യുപ്ഡ് ആയി, അതൊക്കെ സത്യമാണ്. അതൊക്കെ എല്ലാം സെക്കൻഡറി ആണ്. പക്ഷേ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ഓൾ ദിസ് ഈസ് ദ മോസ്റ്റ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് തിങ്. ഹൗ ഡു യു ഫോളോ ക്രൈസ്റ്റ് in the midst of your challenges, in the midst of the different ideologies in the world? അപ്പം അതിന് നിങ്ങളെ ഇത് സഹായിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് മാത്രം ഞാൻ പറയുന്നു. ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട അച്ഛനും ഇതിൻ്റെ ലീഡേഴ്സിനും ഇതിൻ്റെ എല്ലാ പഠിതാക്കൾക്കും എല്ലാ ആശംസകളും നേരുന്നു. ദൈവം നമ്മെ അനുഗ്രഹിക്കട്ടെ.
Thank you, Madhikusicha. At this time, I thankfully remember all our past leaders. We had many leaders. They did very hard work, and they lead us up to here. Thank you, Achin, for your words. Thank you for your inaugural addresses. And I just want to read through our office prayers. I want to introduce myself. I'm Varghese Thomas Achin. I'm the vicar at St. Gregorius Orthodox Church here in Houston. And Alex Varghese is the Diocesan General Secretary. Alex Varghese is the Divya Bodhanam Diocesan General Secretary. He is the member of St. George Church in Dallas. Also, the Diocesan DOCE Coordinator, Alex Alexander. He is the member at St. Gregorius Orthodox Church, Dallas. Dr. Betty Gladstone, the Area Coordinator, Oak Park St. Gregorius Church. Dr. Thomas Zachariah, Coordinator, Seattle St. Thomas. Mr. Shija Thomas, Coordinator, Dallas area, St. Mary's, Valladolid. Mr. George Varghese, Calgary St. Mary's, Coordinator. Mrs. Mary Jacob, Coordinator, South Florida St. Thomas. Mr. Kochikoshi Abraham, Coordinator, Chattanooga St. Paul's. Mr. Manoj Thomas, Coordinator, Houston St. Thomas. So now I already told that this is the day that we are giving some orientation for the course. I would like to welcome Alex Verghese to give some instructions and orientation for the POCE program, the Divya Bodhanam POCE program. Welcome, Alex.
Thank you. Again, no, just like Achan said, welcome to everybody who has signed up for this course. So it's the half battle done. You have signed up for the course. The rest staff is to continue and complete it. So there are a lot of questions during this last 3 weeks which we came across from many people. Right from will recordings will be there, or what is the course exactly? What does it constitute? And in general, as Achan said rightly, Matthew Krishnan said that it's about the faith and a lot of details, but in a more structured manner. And that's true. A lot of things like Tirumeni back in the day, Tirumeni put a very good structure and formulated these 10 books and the advanced courses, the DOC and GOCs, has a continuation of these preliminary elementary courses. So it's a continuation. It's a very, it almost touches all aspects of what, right from theology to apologetics. So that is what, I will go in a little bit of details of what exactly this constitutes, and I will just share a presentation. And then if there's any questions, we can take that up, and hopefully we can answer those questions as well. Let me just share the screen, and hopefully it's screen kananuko.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the course. This is the 2022 batch. നിങ്ങൾ ആദ്യം പറഞ്ഞു കൂട്ട് തന്നെ ഇത് ഏകദേശം ഒരു 18 മാസം ആണ് ഞങ്ങൾ വിചാരിക്കുന്നത് എടുക്കും, ഡിപ്പെൻഡിങ് ഓൺ ദ സ്പീഡ് ഓഫ് ഈച്ച് അച്ഛൻ ആൻഡ് സ്പീഡ് ഓഫ് ദ ഓവറോൾ കോഴ്സ്. 10 ബുക്സിന് ഏകദേശം അത്ര സമയം എടുക്കും. So that is what the 2022 batch is what we call it. Achan പറഞ്ഞു കൂട്ട്, the background for this is the theological training program for the laity in the church. I think back in the day, the Baba Tirumeni and also the Tirumeni felt a requirement for such a training, and that is the reason why I guess this whole course was done, and it's something very beautifully done. Just to give a preface of this, this was not something what eminent writers have written this. Very, very eminent writers who are still very known for their writing, absolute doctorates, very, very, very depth writers എഴുതിയത്. And it was not like അവരുടെ ഒരു ബുക്ക്, അവരുടെ എക്സിസ്റ്റിംഗ് ബുക്ക് എടുത്ത് അങ്ങോട്ട് എഴുതി അതിനകത്തുനിന്ന് ഇച്ചിരി സിനോപ്സിസ് എടുക്കുകയല്ലായിരുന്നു. All of these അച്ഛന്മാരെ എഴുതിയ was specifically for this program. So all of this is specifically for this program, and then later on these books, some of these books are actually used as referral books later on in other books when people have written it. So pretty very good handled books are, if you look at the book by say. And as you said, the whole concept for her, the layman, what they should understand and what chronology also was, I think, very beautifully designed. When you go through the books, you'll understand one after the other. The objectives for the program, pretty straightforward. It was a theological training. Primary goal is the different programs in this training to study the faith, the doctrines, and how it was studied. It was brought down from the Holy Father. So that is the aspect of that. Training has been steered, and I think from in the direction of Matthew Krishna's directions and all, a lot of members have already participated in the previous 2 sessions, or rather 2 programs that was concurrently run before this. These are the certifications that we have. The one which we are today discussing is the POC, that's the Proficiency in Orthodox Christian Education. It's a certificate course. Post that, there is DOC, that is again Diploma in Orthodox Christian Education, and the last one is GOC, that's the Graduate in Orthodox Christian Education. In our diocese, POC, this is the 3rd successful batch that we're going to start. DOC, there are certain places where people have affiliated directly to Kottayam, and some places as a church they are doing it almost at the verge of completion. Couple of churches. There is also I believe in Detroit or Chicago, that area, GOC is also about the verge of completion. So there are different levels that people are And our objective here is that we believe that people will complete POC and it will be a gradual move into DOC to understand more in depth of what we learn now. The curriculum, as we know, it's a curriculum for 10 books, and each book is of 4 units, and each unit is...
ആരോ ചാറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട് can't hear എന്നുള്ളത്. ഒന്ന് make sure you...
I think ആ സ്പെസിഫിക് ആളുടെ പ്രശ്നമായിരിക്കണം, കാരണം ബാക്കി എല്ലാവർക്കും കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടെന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു. ഷെർവിൻ ബാക്ക് ഷെർവിൻ അല്ല സിജോ നോക്കിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. സോ POC ബുക്കിൽ 10 ബുക്കുകളാണ് ഉള്ളത്. അതിലെ 10 ബുക്ക് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എല്ലാ ബുക്കും 4 യൂണിറ്റും എല്ലാ യൂണിറ്റിലും 6 ചാപ്റ്ററും ഉള്ളത്. It's the common across all POC and in fact all DOC. അങ്ങനെ സ്പെസിഫിക്കലി ആ ഒരു പർപ്പസിൽ, അതായത് ആ ഒരു സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് വെക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി അങ്ങനെ വെച്ചേക്കുന്നതാണ്. നമ്മുടെ ക്ലാസ് റൂംസ് എല്ലാം വെർച്വൽ ആയിരിക്കും. ഓൾ ഓഫ് ദം 100% വെർച്വൽ, സൂമിലായിരിക്കും. നമ്മൾ അതിന്റെ ടൈം എല്ലാം ഷെഡ്യൂൾ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അച്ഛൻ പറഞ്ഞു കൊണ്ട് ബിക്കോസ് ദ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് എൻട്രീസ് ദാറ്റ് വി ഗോട്ട് ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ് മെയ്ഡ് മോർ സെൻസ്, നമ്മളിത് 2 ലാംഗ്വേജസ് നടത്താനുള്ള രീതിയിൽ നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. നമുക്ക് അച്ഛൻ പറഞ്ഞു കൊണ്ട് അബൌട്ട് 85+ രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻസ് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിന് കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ട്, ആൻഡ് ക്ലോസ് ടു 60+ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് മലയാളത്തിന് രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻസ് കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതിന് അച്ഛന് കുറെ അച്ഛന്മാരോടെല്ലാം സംസാരിച്ച് നമുക്ക് അച്ഛന്മാർ ഇത് ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കാവുന്ന രീതിയിൽ വി ആർ ഗോയിങ് ടു പ്രൊസീഡ് വിത്ത് ദാറ്റ്. ഇവിടെ എഴുതി വിട്ട് നമ്മൾ 1st and 3rd സൺഡേസ്, ഒരു മാസത്തിന് 1st and 3rd സൺഡേ നമ്മൾ മലയാളം ക്ലാസ്സും 2nd and 4th സൺഡേ ഞങ്ങൾ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ക്ലാസ്സും ആയിരിക്കും നടത്താൻ പോകുന്നത്. സോ ദ 1st and 3rd സൺഡേ, ഇപ്പൊ ഇന്ന് 1st സൺഡേ ആയി, ഇതിപ്പോ ഓറിയന്റേഷനാണ്. ദ 3rd സൺഡേ എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഓൺ 18th is when we will have our actual class starting. ആൻഡ് അതുപോലെ തന്നെ 2nd ഇപ്പൊ നടക്കത്തില്ല ബിക്കോസ് വി ആർ സ്റ്റിൽ ടേക്കിംഗ് രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻ. സോ 4th സൺഡേ ആയിരിക്കും ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്, അതായത് 25th will be our ഇംഗ്ലീഷിന്റെ ക്ലാസ് നമ്മൾ തുടങ്ങാൻ പോകുന്നത്. ഇതിന്റെ ഒരു റിക്വയർമെന്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒബ്ജക്റ്റീവ് ഇസ് ദാറ്റ് നമ്മൾ ഈ ക്ലാസ് ഒരു ബുക്ക് കഴിയുന്ന ഏകദേശം ബിറ്റ്വീൻ 3 to 4 സെഷൻസ് ആകുമായിരിക്കും. സോ ദ ഒബ്ജക്റ്റീവ് ഇസ് ദാറ്റ് നമ്മൾ ആ ഒരു ബുക്ക് കഴിയുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് നമ്മൾ അതിനുള്ള സമ്മറി എഴുതുക. ആ സമ്മറി എഴുതിയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ അത് സബ്മിറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക. അതിൻ്റെയൊക്കെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് നമ്മൾ വിൽ കം ടു ആസ് വി ഗോ ഡൗൺ. And e-books എല്ലാം online available. These are all available online to read and to go through it and to take a copy of that. That's ഇവിടെ എഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ട് അതിന്റെ ലിങ്ക്. ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ആ രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻ ഫോമിലും നിങ്ങൾ അത് അയച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. That has got all the study materials. ഈ അച്ഛൻ പറഞ്ഞോട്ട് റെക്കോർഡിങ്സും ഉണ്ട്. അതല്ലാതെ ഈ പറഞ്ഞോട്ട് ബുക്സും ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്യാം. അതല്ലാതെ whenever we have a session, that session will be uploaded to a Google Drive and I'll be sending that link to you guys so that you can look at it at your off times also. ഇപ്പത്തേക്കിന് ടെൻറ്റേറ്റീവ്ലി നമുക്ക് കിട്ടിയ ഇൻസ്ട്രക്ടർ സോ ഫാർ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടിയിട്ടുള്ളത് ഞാൻ ജസ്റ്റ് ഇവിടെ മെൻഷൻ ചെയ്തേക്കുക. ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ നമുക്ക് ഈ പറഞ്ഞോട്ട് 6 അച്ഛന്മാരും, മലയാളത്തിൽ ഇതുവരെ 6 അച്ഛന്മാരും. മോർ ഓർ ലെസ് ദീസ് ആർ ദ സബ്ജക്ട്സ് ദേ വിൽ ബി ടേക്കിംഗ്. one or two here or there it might be a little bit changing based on the time when we will do it. Our objective would be നമ്മൾ ഇതൊരു സീരിയൽ ഓർഡറിൽ പോകണം എന്നാണ്, ബിക്കോസ് അതൊരു കരിക്കുലം അതുപോലെ ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്തേക്കുന്നത്. So based on Achan's availability, because ഒരു സബ്ജക്ട് എടുത്താൽ ഒരു ബുക്ക് എടുത്താൽ we want that Achan to complete that book. So അതനുസരിച്ച് we will schedule the Achans. More or less this is how we are going to schedule it. So that is what English ഇത് മലയാളം. I'm not പേര് എടുത്ത് പറയണം അച്ഛോ.
Yeah, they can read.
Yeah.
But thanks to all our Achans, they have graciously, agreed to take the books.
Okay, so moving on to now the content of the books. It's a very long this special. ഇതിനകത്ത് നമ്മൾ ഈ കണ്ടന്റ്സിനെ പറ്റി നമ്മൾ റെലവൻസ് നോക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ ഈ 10 ബുക്കിനകത്ത് 10 ഡിഫറെന്റ് കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് നമ്മൾ ട്രൈങ് ടു സ്റ്റഡി വിത്തിൻ ദ റെൽം ഓഫ് ദ ചർച്ച് ആസ് എൻ ഹോൾ ആൻഡ് അവർ ഫെയ്ത്ത്. അപ്പൊ ആദ്യത്തെ ബുക്ക് നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാവുന്ന നമ്മുടെ ഫാദർ ഡോക്ടർ TJ ജോഷുവ അച്ഛൻ ആണ് എഴുതിയേക്കുന്നത്. ദാറ്റ് ടിപ്പിക്കലി or in concept it is trying to understand the New Testament, and the New Testament starting with the relation with Old Testament, the synoptic gospels, the primary message that the synoptic has, and an entire unit is then concentrating on St. John the Gospel. So that is what that book is. അതായത് പുതിയ നിയമത്തിനെ പറ്റി ഉള്ള ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് ആണ്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ രണ്ടാമത്തെ ബുക്ക് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ദ ഗ്രോയിങ് ചർച്ച്. ഗ്രോയിങ് ചർച്ച് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മുടെ റെവറൻഡ് ഫാദർ ഡോക്ടർ VC സാമുവൽ അച്ഛൻ. VC സാമുവൽ അച്ഛൻ is one of the very prominent historian നമ്മുടെ സഭയിലെ, and still his a lot of books are referred, and his thesis is one of the very famous ones back in the day. Achande thesis was very highly considered. He was from, I think, Bangalore. So anyway, he has written about the history church, and he's known as a historian. Adonda, this book is very interesting, and it talks about the Indian church and its foreign connections, and even before that, the different arguments that the historians had. Adayathu nammade church, was it affiliated to the Catholics, or were affiliated to the Syrians, and so on and so forth. So many arguments and the reasoning behind it, and where the influences came. I think he's done an excellent job because of his being a historian. So this book is typically talking about the Indian perspective of the church history that we have, because in the later units it goes specifically into the Church of Malabar, and that's what he likes to call it, and how we were got in touch with the Portuguese and the Marthoma by itself, how that came to play. So this is, I think it's a very interesting book when it comes to Indian history and Indian church history. മൂന്നാമത്തെ ബുക്ക് ദ റേസ് ഓഫ് ഹോപ്പ്. ഞാൻ ഈ മലയാളത്തിലെ ബുക്കിന്റെ പേര് ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ദ സെയിം ആണ് കേട്ടോ. ഐ ഡോണ്ട് നോ ദ മലയാളം സൈഡ് ഓഫ് ടു ടെൽ ഇറ്റ്, ബട്ട് ഐ ആം ജസ്റ്റ് ടെല്ലിംഗ് ദ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് നെയിംസ് ഓഫ് ഇറ്റ് ഫോർ നൗ. ഇറ്റ്സ് ദ സെയിം കണ്ടന്റ് ഓൺ ബോത്ത് സൈഡ്സ്. The Rays of Hope book, Rays of Hope is the third book. Now this is the book, just like the first book was the New Testament, this is for the Old Testament. How the Old Testament came into being, what is it constitutes, the Greek and the Hebrew side of it, and how it, what all other books on the prominent ones which were not added but still makes relevance there, and how does that relate to theology. I think one of the very basic questions a lot of the youngsters have today, that what has the theology that we follow today has to do with a lot with the Old Testament. Isn't it a little bit dated and all that? So I think a lot of answers here George Achin gives here. So this is another one very good book to understand the Old Testament and its relevance now. നാലാമതായിട്ടുള്ള ബുക്ക് തിങ്കിങ് അബൌട്ട് ഗോഡ്. ഇപ്പൊ മാത്യു വൈദ്യൻ അച്ഛൻ എഴുതിയത്, ദിസ് ഇസ് എ വെരി ഡെപ്ത് ബുക്ക്, വൺ ഓഫ് ദ പ്രൈമറി ബുക്സ് ദാറ്റ്സ് ഇറ്റ് ടോക്സ് അബൌട്ട് ദ തിയോളജി. നമുക്ക് തിയോളജിയുടെ പറ്റി that's about the God, and very simple. And a unit എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് introduction, that is the other unit is about God the Father, the God the Son, and the God Holy Spirit and the Trinity. This book is one of the most thickest book, and it has got a lot of intricacies, that how do we perceive God. It starts with how overall the other religions perceive God, and God the Father, when it comes to that, how does other different denominations perceive those figures, and what is the orthodox position. Now that is the very very great clarity that Vaidyanachan is given here. The orthodoxy, he doesn't state who is wrong and all, but what is orthodoxy position on the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and how do we come to that conclusion with a lot of biblical verses and all that thing. I think it's very relevant today's time. അടുത്തായിട്ടുള്ള നമ്മുടെ KM George Achan, everybody knows he's the Kottayam Seminary പണ്ടത്തെ principal. He's got many books to his work, and one of his prominent works, he's written here, and he has written in the DOC and other books also a continuation of this. This book, basically The Light of the Nations, it talks about the Christ, it talks about the Holy Church, the relation and the nature of it. It talks about Church, Christ as the High Priest, and finally the Holy Sacraments by itself, all 7 sacraments, or rather in his book it's 6 sacraments. He's added 2 sacraments together, but he's discussed about those, and the continuation of how in today's date we still pursue and the continuation of the Holy Church. It's one of the very prominent books which gives us the relevance of the Holy Church. This is actually a precursor to another book which I will talk later. Artha book is The Radiance of Faith. Radiance of Faith is one of the books written by His Grace Dr. G. Varghese Marostathius. He's another very very prominent person in our Sabha. This is actually one book which I personally like it also, and it's because it's one of the apologetics. It actually starts with very clear apologetics. When I say apologetics, it's basically he's defending the faith. It's very less you'll find orthodox defenders. I mean, because of the humility and humbleness, they probably don't come out very clearly. But he is one of the very prominent speakers here in terms of the arguments why and where do we position ourselves. Let it be the comparison between Roman Catholics and the big schism, or the Oriental Church and the Eastern churches. How are we different, or what are the beliefs that Roman Catholic churches have? And lastly, a lot of Protestant groups, and he's tried to enumerate them as many as possible, and their beliefs to a very good extent, and what our faith is. So I think this is a very good apologetic book, very specifically to the Indian Orthodox side of the story. Uh, Very relevant in today's time again. The seventh book is from Dr. Jacob Kurianachan, that is The Cloud of Witness. Now, this is the book which actually takes you through a lot of our forefathers, or the fathers who have been in the church, the early history. Now, they have divided into three divisions, and this division specifically speaks about the first 2 to 4 centuries ഉള്ള നമ്മുടെ പിതാക്കന്മാരുടെ ഉള്ള ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് ആണ് ഈ ഒരു ബുക്കിനകത്തുള്ളത്. He speaks about them, about their heroes, like Achans like the Chrysostom, John Chrysostom, and then in the last he comes to the Augustine and so forth. So he stops at that place, I think. But again, these are all the fathers and how they perceive the way the whole Christian church was and what it has been today. Eighth book is Abba Father. Now, this is by Reverend Father Dr. Baby Varghese Sachin. He is very prominent. In fact, if you go and look at the most recent നമ്മുടെ സഭയിലുള്ള നമ്മുടെ ബുക്കുകൾ നോക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ കുർബാന ക്രമങ്ങൾ അതിനകത്ത് most of the commentaries എല്ലാം നോക്കിയാൽ it will be all from Baby Varghese Sachin. He's again he's one of the he's done his doctorate actually in sacramental studies and all. So he is the continuation of the book I mentioned earlier, that is book number 5. That is where when K.M. George Achande book in the continuation I consider, where he's speaking very much in depth about the sacraments and that correlation with life in Christ. It's a wonderful book, and it's very deep also at the same time. So adana നമ്മുടെ ഈ പറഞ്ഞ കൊണ്ട് basic principles of the worship എന്തുവാണ്, what is the principles, and he's gone in a very vast scale of in terms of different religions എങ്ങനെയാണ് and how it comes when it comes to principles, where it comes to Christianity, Christian revolution, Christian worship evolve ayadum, then the Holy Eucharist, the most central Queen of all Eucharist, adinte pattiyum, and lastly the sacraments adinte associating with the life of Christ. So I think that is one jewel of a book actually. അടുത്ത ബുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ Reverend Father C.C. Cherian Achan. C.C. Cherian Achan has been part of the Divya Bodhanam right from the start, and he has been associated with that. He's still very active. While he's retired, he still is active in many forums in terms of Divya Bodhanam and such places. He is the one who has written this book, and this book is pretty vast, but it typically discusses about the ancient place and today's also modern time of the different people. When I say people, in essence, it's about the common man, or which he doesn't like to call as the layman. He doesn't believe in layman as such in a word. What he believes in is people who are non-ordained versus the ordained, because everybody has a priesthood by baptism. So he's speaking about that, and he's speaking about how their roles are there in the church, and in the early church how it was. He gives a very good or brief, or not brief, a detailed explanation of how it is in the Indian churches or church, and how does he perceive it to have been, what is it today, and what does he perceive it for tomorrow. So I think the People of God book is something that gives our contemporary of our church and the different designations and positions that we have today. Lastly, the book by our own Reverend Father Dr. O. Thomas Achan. Most of you guys know him, and he's still very active on the podium, speaks a lot, and he's got a lot of messages out there. This book, I think, I mean, it is, while it is connecting to Christianity a lot and the Christian counseling part, this is most of the units here have to do a lot with psychology and counseling. he explains that, and in terms of that, he explains how Christian psychology or Christian counseling works and how problems are confronted, reactions. It's a very fundamental book, and he gives certain theories and what it is there. He has written another 2 books, both for DOC and GOC, which is the continuation of this very psychology book. So I think this is a very good practical application book, what Thomas Sachin has written, and it is really fruitful. So in consensus, in overall, in a summary, the book contains the 10 books basically contains right from the Old Testament, the New Testament, the church fathers, our faith, the sacraments, the people, the history, and also a part of psychology or the problems and how are they confronted from a pastoral counseling method. So I think this is what the synopsis of the books that we will be going through. Any questions so far? Anybody has?
Hey,
If not, yeah, go ahead.
hey Alex, this is Joby here.
Yes.
I've got 2 quick questions. Is POC a prerequisite for DOC or any other courses you listed on, I think, slide 2 or something?
Is POC a equivalent of?
No. Is it a prerequisite
Yeah.
for DOC?
Yes. Yes. A POC is a prerequisite for DOC, and a DOC is a prerequisite for GOC.
Got it. The other one, you spoke about the summary at the end of each books.
Yes.
Would you please share the evaluation criteria or the key performance indicators looked into when evaluating the summary?
Yes. We will send you some indicators of what we are looking at when it says summary. I mean, it's basically that we are trying to understand your understanding about the chapter and the unit by itself. But you're right. I will send some indicators of what we are looking at from when we call it a summary of a chapter that we are expecting to see. So it's a good point. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks, Alex. That answers my question.
Thank you. So
anyone?
Yeah. So if there's no other questions, I'll just go into the FAQs quickly so that we can know some questions that I know probably everybody knows it, somebody not know it. I'll just run through it very quickly so that if there's any more questions, I'll add to this and then I'll share the slides later. But I have heard about the attendance criteria. Is there an attendance criteria? The current answer right now is while there's no set minimum of the attendance criteria, because we understand a lot of people are working on Sundays and there is other priorities which they have to attend, no worries. But we expect that if there is possibility that you attend the live session, because that gives you a chance to interact with the class and understand the first hand and have your questions answered. But always there is a session. This has been recorded and we'll give you the session recording so that you can go and click and you can watch it at your time when it is convenient to you. What will be, who will be teaching the books? So the books will be taught by the priest of a diocese, and as I earlier mentioned, 6 of them have been signed in, and Santosh Sachin is working on signing up more Achans to take those books. The format of the class would be there's an intro prayer, 5 minutes higher side. The actual unit will be taken by the Achan about 40 minutes, and the last 15 minutes would be Q&A to understand if there is any questions or summarize the whole points.
You missed the slide with FAQ. There was one prior to that.
The first one.
Thanks.
Thank you. Did I? Yes, I did. Thank you. Okay, the duration of the class, it's twice a month for 1 hour, like earlier mentioned, and about 18 months of program. The conflict, as I mentioned, it's the recording that will be available. Yes, in English and Malayalam classes, yes, they will be totally separate. It will be 2 different sessions. Like I said, the first and third week will be for Malayalam, and the second and fourth week will be for English. Summary question: do we have to write summary after every unit book completion? Yes, ideal to complete the summaries after every book so you can recollect what was taught during that time. Whom do
I think
we
there are
submit?
a couple of there are a couple of questions on the chat as well. After you're done,
you can
Ask
complete one by one, and I'll answer.
First complete this one.
Yeah. whom do we submit the summaries to? Where is provide, what is the preferred format? Now, the option is to hand it to your, every parish has a coordinator. If you do not have a parish coordinator for some reason, you always have a area coordinator. So depending on which is the availability, you hand it out to them. Now, in case there's no, so the only requirement is that the number, it should have your name and your registration number, which I will send it out to each of you individuals who have registered for the program in the coming couple of days. But the preferred option is that if you can handwrite it, or you can do it over the Word document. If you are doing it handwriting, if you can scan it and send it, awesome. That way it's a soft copy, nothing like it. But if you cannot do it, at least hand it out the hard copies to the unit coordinators or area coordinators, and we will pick it up from them in terms of having them scanned it or something of that nature, so that we can collect it and we'll put it under your name, and then we can send it to the approving body to make sure the summaries are valid, or we have to get back to you. So can we send the recording to a non-registered member? Yes, you can send it to all. However, we opt that only registered members will be permitted to log into the live Zoom-in session, since the licenses are limited. For now, it's 100 that we are limiting to, because that's the amount of licenses that we have. We believe we'll have more licenses as we go in, but for now we are limiting the members to only log into the live session. But the recordings, you're always welcome to send it to anybody who likes to hear them. Is there a deadline for registration? Now, we have just extended that to 15th of October. So there's a little dated here. We believe that we can go all the way till the 15th of October for registration. So if there is anybody whom you know who is not registered and who's interested to learn this, please have them register. The link is there. It's an online form. If you don't have, you can ping one of us and we can give it to you. Is there a minimum qualification for attending this course? While there's no minimum qualification for attending this course, the intended audience for this course is anyone above 18 years. So it's typically meant for adults who has done the primary educations and all. So that is what the intent of this course is. Lastly, are there any examinations for this course? We do not have any examinations for this course in specific. However, the student is expected to submit all summaries, 2 pages. That's per unit, 2 pages summary, in order to have them considered as completed. So that's the only requirement that we have in terms of completing the course. Now, what are the questions other than that, Shijo, you have there? Can you read out one by one?
Yeah. Yeah. So to start with, I think there are requests for the PPT. So if we can share this PPT,
yes,
is it
we will
possible?
be sharing this PPT.
The next question is, please add all these books to a Google Drive and share that too, if possible.
Yeah, we can do that.
Are there any hard copies of the books?
That's a very good question. And see, the current in the current scenario with all the COVID and all that, we don't have the books. I mean, if at all we have to order it from Kottayam, and then it is we'll have to give it out to all these different churches and this whole thing. What I'm planning, and Santosh Achan can back me if it is okay. I can start a questionnaire, quick 1-2 question questionnaire to everybody, asking that if they need hard copies, and if they need hard copies, what language do they need? And based on that, we can talk to Kottayam and have one bulk delivery done for us, if that is possible. Santosh, what are you saying? Is it okay?
Yeah, according to the demand.
Yeah. If it is fair enough for the demand, we can pursue that. But for now, we have the soft copies, so we'll proceed our education, our classes with those soft copies. But later date, if it is something viable, we'll pursue the hard copies.
I think this question came in before you mentioned about assignments, exams. So are there any exams or assignments?
Yeah. What else?
Okay. Where can we find our registration number to submit our papers?
I'll be sending, based on the email with which you have registered, I'll be sending each one you the registration numbers, and also your area coordinators, the registration numbers for their specific areas, so that they can further get in touch with you.
Are these 10 books and its contents directly from the Bible or someone's personal views?
Achin, your answer.
Okay, this is based on, actually, we covering 10 books for the POC program that cover the Bible, the tradition, the faith, that all included in that. So for the question, of course, that's based on the Bible, and also the traditions are important for us, Orthodox Christians. We know that the Bible doesn't have everything. That's Bible itself saying that it doesn't have everything. So basically, it's based on Bible, and also traditions are there. You got it? What I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess so. Thanks, John. Yeah, Shija, next.
Okay, can the assignments be in English for Malayalam participants?
Yes, that's the intent. In spite of you being attending a Malayalam class, we know a lot of people might have be more conversant in writing their summaries in English. So by all means, please do that. Whatever that is more comfortable. The language of writing the summary could be of your choice.
After finishing a book, is there a time limit for the submission of assignments?
The ideal time, we have not set it. I mean, we know that people are busy with a lot of things, and we hope that they bring it out before the next class starts. So it's 2 weeks of time. But if that is not possible, about a month, between 2 weeks to a month from the time the book is over, we would like to people to send it in. There is no late marks there. But as I said, as and when we get it, the governing body looks at it and they say okay, and then we mark it up, and we would post up every 3 months. We would post up what is the status of the people who have done how far, so that everybody knows where they stand. So it's good to do it early, but take your time also, because there are other priorities that you have. Shija, next.
Yeah. After finishing, okay, sorry, moving on. Through this session, are we not learning Bible chapter by chapter? I think we already answered that.
Yeah, I think we answered that.
Yeah. Can we listen both Malayalam and English recordings?
Yes, both of them will be available on the Google Drive that you will all have access to, and you can go and check. It will be subfolders, and you can look at it, and based on your, you can check both of them, whatever you want.
How do we find out who we can send our summaries to?
The email, the registration number, when it will be sent to you, it will also have all the details of who's your church coordinator, if you have one, or the area coordinator, and that way you will be in touch with that person and you know to whom to send that.
Can we submit assignments via email attachments?
That's the best preferred way to do it. That makes our life easy. That would be our first preference. So yes, please do that. You're all welcome to that.
How long do the summaries need to be?
2 pages, 2 full pages, one-sided 2 full pages of summary for each unit. And every book has 4 units.
Will we get back the evaluated paper?
I am not sure on that part of the story. I mean, Santosh, we never gave it last time. I don't know, but
Actually, no, but before sending, you can make copies of that if you want.
Yeah.
Because that's a different process, sending back all that.
Is there a grading on the assignment, and how long will we get to know the results of our submission?
Achin.
I didn't get that.
Is there a grading on the assignment, and how long will it take for us to know the result of our submission?
Okay. I don't know, Matthew Koshyachan, do we had the grading before?
Yeah.
We have grading, mark,
They're
grading and mark.
They're grading before.
Yeah, okay.
They will get the grades. That's all.
We will,
So not sending them the papers or anything.
okay, we will continue that.
Okay, we'll follow that then.
Yeah.
We'll keep that as our continuation.
So I think the next question is almost the same. Today's presentation will be available to everyone.
Yes.
If we send by email, who do we submit it? So I think Alex has already mentioned, while you receive your registration numbers, you'll have details on who to send it to or the email to send it to, right?
Yeah.
I think the next question again is, yes, you can we attend both Malayalam and or English sessions?
See, I mean, at least for the couple of weeks now, when the attendance, നമ്മുടെ participant counts ഇപ്പോൾ high ആണ്, and നമ്മുടെ registrationന്റെ നമ്മുടെ licenses ഇത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. So I suggest you pick one or the other side and follow that, and later, and you always have the recording for the other one to go and look at. So that nobody stops you from looking at that. So you can go with one and you can attend the other as recorded.
Okay, the next one is, why can't we have a centralized location mailbox for submitting our assignments? I think that is the objective. Finally, that's what we are going to do, right, Alex?
Correct. That is what the objective we are going to do. The reason why we are sending it as specific is because they have to collate it at an area level, and they have to send it, so that the filing process is somewhere at that level that we do. You will always send it, and the instructions would be there to you that the central location is dsw@divyabodhanam@gmail.com. So that is one central location for sure, but the registration number and all the details have to come across, and that way the area coordinator also knows how far is the team progressing.
So will we have 10 summaries total? I think it was not equivalent to books, right? You have units. So do you want to elaborate?
No, every book will have one summary, and when I say summary, there is 2 pages of each unit. That is 8 pages in total. So that's equivalent to one book summary. So yes, there are 10 book summaries. So you will submit 10 times your summaries.
Can we change English to Malayalam and vice versa? Zoom class subjects in English and Malayalam were different. Looks like one of the PowerPoint slide had something different. I think the first part of the question is, can we change English to Malayalam and vice versa if needed? You know, once they start with English and they want to move on to Malayalam, can they do it?
Yes, you have to just let me know, and then I'll change you swift you. Just remember that it is ideal to shift between when one book is over, because രണ്ട് അച്ഛന്മാരും രണ്ട് വേറെ പേസിലായിരിക്കും പോകുന്നത്. So ഒരു ബുക്ക് തീർന്നിട്ട് വേണേ അടുത്ത ബുക്ക് നാന്നേല് you can go into English. But the idea is you stay with one, that way you have a continuation. But yes, you can switch if you let me know.
Okay, I think the second part of the question was, English and Malayalam both are having the same kind of books, right? We are not having
Yes,
a different...
absolutely same kind of books. Yes.
Yeah, I think that question. That question is not correct. So yeah, it is going to be the same subjects for both English and Malayalam.
Correct. And I guess the person is referring to the presentation. Namla edithe achchamarude peru adinte kuda associated books in a pair were not equivalent. I mean, not the same Malayalam and English. It's just showing the Achans names and what they will take. It might not be exactly the same, but when we start the curriculum, it will be the same book starting on both sides.
Yeah, the growing church is called Sabha Valarunu.
Yeah.
Ray of Hope is called Pratyasha Kiranangal. So it's not almost, it's all same. Moving on to the next question. How long is one book summary? Do we need summary for each unit or just for each book 2 pages only?
Ella unit 2 pages, 4 unit 8 pages total.
So one book, basically 8 pages.
Correct.
So I think there's a question for please explain again how many units are there in a book and how many summaries need to be written per book. I think it's better to summarize it again, Alex. The same question came up.
So every book, every 10 book ഉണ്ട് 10 ബുക്കിലെ എല്ലാ ബുക്കും every book has 4 units.
Okay.
Your objective is എല്ലാ യൂണിറ്റും you write a summary of 2 pages. അതായത് ഒരു ബുക്കിൽ 8 പേജിന്റെ summary. End of the book, you will have 4 units you have studied. Every unit have 2 pages of summary that you will write. So 8 pages of summary every book.
Okay, I think
So,
it's not...
yeah, so I think in total we just say it's 80.
Correct.
8 and 80, you know, summary. Sorry, 80 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, yeah.
80
Do we
pages
submit
in 2 years?
in 2 years?
Yeah.
Do we submit 8 pages one time for each book or need to submit each after each unit?
അല്ല, ആഫ്റ്റർ എ ബുക്ക്, ഒരു ബുക്ക് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആയി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഈ പറഞ്ഞ കൂട്ട് 4 യൂണിറ്റിന്റെ സമ്മറി 8 പേജിന്റെ ഒരെണ്ണം എഴുതി അയക്കും. യു ക്യാൻ റൈറ്റ് ഇറ്റ് ഓവർ ദ കോഴ്സ് ഓഫ് ടൈം. Whenever you finish the unit, it's up to you. But when you submit it, submit for the book.
Can I submit all at the end of the 2 years?
No.
Please. That will be too much of
Burden on the
burden
evaluator.
മാത്രമല്ല, അതൊരു നമ്മുടെ ഒരു ക്ലാസിന്റെ ഒരു ശൈലിക്ക് തന്നെ അതൊരു ഇതാ. It will be like end of the day ചെയ്യുന്നത്. We will really discourage that. We want to see some progress in the way things are happening. We would really wish to happen after every book. And I understand there could be a skip of a week, 2 weeks, but you have to be with us in this. We have to sail together.
ഇയർ എൻഡ് ആകുമ്പോഴത്തേന് ആദ്യം പഠിച്ച എല്ലാം മറന്നു പോകും. അതുകൊണ്ട് പെട്ടെന്ന് എഴുതിക്കണം.
And I think Jacob Matthew Achan has already sent a link to a store where we can purchase book. I'll take a look at it, and if it is something we'll share it. Actually, are we measuring more on the
books purchase on the it is available. You can readily download them.
Okay.
It is from the Ahmedabad diocese.
Oh,
so that's their monastery has uploaded the book as e-library. You can just go there, get the book, whatever you need.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, I think the same question again. Are we measuring more on the number of words or 2 pages? Because if I write in large fonts.
By the way, Santosh, I sent the link only to you, Shijo, and Alex. I didn't send it to everybody. So if you want, you can share
sure.
it.
We'll share it. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair, for joining us today.
Okay, thank you.
So to prepare.
Okay. So that's it.
So should we read the book, entire book, before to prepare for the first classes? I think pre-preparation. I think the question is, do we need to prepare before each class by reading the book?
Yeah, of course. So that you can share your ideas, your thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, and your questions too.
Yeah, so I think that's, I think I've not missed any questions. If there is any, please.
Yeah, it's almost our time is going to over. Manoj Thomas is with us today, and he's the former Diocesan General, Divya Bodhanan General Secretary. He did a lot of works. Manoj, are you there? Can you say a few words, please, very fast?
Yeah, good evening, Acharya. Good evening, everyone. Yeah. First of all, congratulations to everyone, right? You are now participating in a Divya Bodhanam program that was initiated way back in the 90s. I'm sure the Achans have already talked about this by late lamented Paulos Gregorius Silveni. So you are the latest, we are the latest in generations of people who have passed through the Divya Bodhanam program. So congratulations. look forward to everyone's participation. I think there's a great opportunity. I heard a few questions. I joined late, but I heard a few of the questions. I think there's a great opportunity to study the faith, really, right? And all the different components of the faith, whether it's from the Bible or tradition or church history, whatever it may be, but really to study the faith. And that, I believe, was the original intent when Paulos Magregoris Trimeni crafted this concept, was, the children have Sunday school, right? And GOCSM has their own study sessions. But for the adults, there was a lack of adult faith study. And that's really the intent of the Vibodhanam. And so really look forward to everyone participating. Achan, if you don't mind, I want to say one thing about exams. We had the same concerns show up in the last POC program and the one before that. Eusebius Trimeni started the Vibodhanam program officially here back in 2010, I think. And Biju Achan, I heard his voice earlier. Biju Achan has been the the director for all these years. And he also knows this. There's always a great concern about the summaries and the exams and the evaluation and how the marks are awarded and how the evaluation is done and how many words and all these other things. I'd just like to say, I hope we really, all of us really get to participate in the program and grow in our knowledge of the faith. And I would really like to point out that the exam should be secondary, right? The summaries should be secondary. I mean, it has to be done. It's a formal education program, so obviously there are requirements, but really please participate. Please prepare. I hope everyone gets a chance to read ahead of time. I hope everyone gets a chance to prepare ahead of time, come ready for the discussion, and really participate and grow in the faith. Whatever we can do, of course, all the leaders, you've heard them speak, and whatever we all can do to help everyone succeed, we will. I know I got a couple of messages, Achan, with people having difficulty joining the Zoom session, so there may be some technical issues we may have to help some people with. But whatever we can do to help, of course, we are here. But wish everyone the very best, and look forward to going through Diocese of Southwest America's third POC course successfully and effectively over the next 2 years. Thank you, Achan. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for your encouraging words. ഒരു കാര്യം മാത്രം ഓർപ്പിക്കുന്നു, നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് ഏതാണ്ട് 119 പാർട്ടിസിപ്പൻസ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. വളരെ സന്തോഷം തോന്നി ഇത്ര ആൾക്കാർ ഒരുമിച്ച് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യുവാൻ തക്കവണ്ണം കഴിഞ്ഞതിൽ. പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ഈ ഒരു ഉത്സാഹം തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും നിങ്ങൾ കീപ്പ് ചെയ്യണം എന്നുള്ളത്. അന്ത്യം വരെ ഇത് പാസ്സായിട്ട് ഐ ഷാൽ ഓവർകം, ഇതെല്ലാം മറികടന്ന് ഇത് പാസ്സായിട്ട് നിർത്തത്തുള്ളൂ എന്നുള്ള ഒരു പ്ലഡ്ജ് തന്നെ തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും ഇന്നെടുക്കണം. അതിന് ദൈവം ഏവരെയും സഹായിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് ആത്മാർത്ഥമായിട്ട് പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു. ഇന്ന് സംബന്ധിച്ച എല്ലാവരോടുമുള്ള നന്ദി ഒറ്റ വാക്കിൽ അറിയിക്കുന്നു. നമ്മുടെ anything else we have?
ഒരു കാര്യം എല്ലാവരും ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് ഞാൻ അറിയിക്കട്ടെ. So this was a common orientation. എല്ലാ നമ്മളെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിലും മലയാളത്തിലും ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കുന്നവർ എല്ലാവരുടെയും ഒരുമിച്ച സെഷൻ ആയിരുന്നു ഇത്. അത് 18ാം തീയതി, അതായത് 18th would be the day when Malayalam class will start, and the week after that is when English will start. In the coming weeks, എല്ലാവർക്കും registrations I will send everybody their registration numbers and their area coordinators and all that stuff. I will WhatsApp group ipo ellam common aanu. In the coming days I will separate that into 2 groups. So the Malayalam people will stay in the group what they are in, and I'll create a new group for the English class, and I will move those people to that WhatsApp group, so that we have concentrated group. Lastly, you can look at the screen. These are your area coordinators who are available for your help. If there is anything, all you have to do is probably call them, or you can also send a note or email to dsw@divyabodhanam@gmail.com, and we will answer back that query. If there is any problem in accessing, now some people might have problem accessing the stuff which I send, again get in touch with any one of us and we will try to resolve that. Okay.